subject to wherever my broadcast is coming to you live. My name is OLAYOMI KOIKI, and this is Koikimedia World News. I welcome you once again as we are on the 13th day of the month of April 2026, and it's coming up to exactly almost 7 p.m. GMT local time from London, where I am bringing you this live transmission. If you're new to the platform, we would like to welcome you, and I say good evening to all our listeners and our viewers. As much as many of you are aware that we do have a WhatsApp group, it is important that you join our WhatsApp group so that you will be up to date in terms of what we do, news we share, our website, and all activities relating to our quest to self-determination, Yoruba Nation, and other activities that we do on our platform. If you have never come across my channel and it's your first time, I would like to welcome you and say good evening and thank you for being part of the global village from our own part of this small, discussion on what is happening, within the Yoruba land, which is known as the southwest of Nigeria, and also what is happening in the United Kingdom and around the world as well. So I welcome you once again and I say a very good evening and I hope our day has been great. First and foremost, let me appreciate my late mother that died last year. May her soul continue to rest in peace as we continue to grieve as family, but we are grateful for the life she spent, and we pray that you know she continue to rest in peace, just as my late father. Well, before we go into the discussion of tonight, I want you to take time and look at the headline. So, what I'm going to be discussing this evening, every program has its own conversation. When is these attacks going to stop? Boko boys at it again. World event as US, I believe that needs to be put properly. US versus Iran. The United States versus Iran. What next? What should we be expecting? As I've just watched, the president of America, Donald Trump, spoke just about a few hours ago, well, probably an hour. So all this is what I'm going to be looking at this evening, and I'd like to first also give us the update as we have it. Immigration, one of the biggest threats and issues affecting many things. China, what is the response? Pope responding back to Donald Trump. Attacks took place in Nigeria again by the Boko Haram terrorists. All these are events that are happening and they're happening very fast. So I say good evening to all our staffs as they are getting ready and preparing to travel, to Kogi State, for the receiving of our hero, Dr. Chief Sunday Adeyemo Igbowo, that is paying a 2-day visit. There was a fight in Tottenham where Anthony Joshua was put on the spot by Fury. So, what we're going to be discussing tonight is all about the world event and a lot of activities that is happening. But before we go further, let me say good evening once again and welcome to the channel. Like I said, my name is OLAYOMI KOIKI, known as Koikimedia on the social media. We have a Facebook account, we have a TikTok account, we have a YouTube account, we have um, you know X account, and we also have our WhatsApp channel. So please, make sure that you're following the appropriate, channel, so that you will not miss out on many things that we discuss here. Once again, may the soul of my mother continue to rest in peace. Iṣẹ́ wa fúnlẹ̀ wa, forílẹ̀ ibi wa, kàgbéga, kàgbéga, kàgbéga falérí. Ìgbàgbọ́ wa ni pé bá ti bẹ̀rù làbọ̀ mọ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká jọlá. Ìṣọ̀kan òmìnira ní kẹjẹ ká máa lépa. Ìtẹ̀síwájú fọ̀pọ̀ ire àtohun tó dára. Ọmọ Oòduà dìde, bọ́ sípò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ. Ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. Once again, mo kí ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa. A máa sọ òyìnbó, a dẹ̀ sọ èdè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì. Torí global audience is what we are targeting this evening. But notwithstanding, we love our language on this channel, and our language is most important. Èdè wa lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ fi gbọ́ látẹnu mi pé nǹkan tó ń lọ lágbàáyé, but ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nǹkan tó ń lọ lágbàáyé àwa sọ ní èdè àbínibí wa. Mo kí àwọn staff wa, mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ti ń darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. Mo rí bàbá wa Owóṣeni Martins, ẹ kú iṣẹ́. Mo rí bàbá wa Ọlámilékan Ọpẹ́, mo kí gbogbo àwọn staff Koikimedia tí wọ́n máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí múra láti máa lọ sí Kogi State. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn tó ń palẹ̀mọ́ náà. Ọlọ́run á pa àlọ àtàbọ̀ wa mọ́. Gbogbo ìgbàkígbà tá a bá ń rìn, àní pàdé àwọn ọmọ Boko tó máa ṣe jàǹbá fún wa. Ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́kọ́ wọlé láti bí báyìí. Mò ń bọ̀. Thank you so much. And once again, share the program and comment. And I'll say good evening. Bàbá mi Ọláwálé, mo kí yín. Mo kẹ́yìn ìyá wa tẹ́tí wọlé, ẹ̀yin sisters mi, mo kí yín ní Cairo. Báwo ni iṣẹ́ tèní? Báwo nǹkan ṣe ń lọ? How is the world event affecting you? In tó ń lọ lágbàáyé, báwo ló ṣe ń affect ẹ̀yin? Àti pé báwo la ṣe ń cope? How are we coping? A lot of us are coping. A lot of us are probably struggling. So all that is what we're going to be looking at. As much as we're looking at what is happening in Nigeria, I want to also look at what is happening globally. But let's listen to this jingle. And once again, to all the committees, Ìfẹ́lódùn Àpapọ̀ Ọmọ Yorùbá, Sister Ellen, Ìyá Jagun, Ṣọlá Kò Gbọdọ̀ Kú, Multi-Faith, all the executives of the YSDM, all the Yoruba Nation groups, and Ìlànà Ọmọ Oòduà, and also Babawa Professor Akitoye, that are all preparing to, take our message of security to Kogi land. Because yesterday, there was a sad news in Nigeria where Boko boys attacked and we lost quite a lot. The videos cannot be shown on this channel. Ìyẹn la ṣe ní ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ gba WhatsApp channel wa, link yẹn kẹ́ béèrè, ẹ wá, ẹ find ẹ wá nọ́mbà mi, ẹ darapọ̀ mọ́. You will not receive anything more than our daily update news. As I speak to you right now, I hope my team has already posted, because a ti sọ pé àwọn ló kọ́kọ́ máa jàǹfààní tá a bá ti go live. So my staff will post straight away, as I see it right now, what it posted. So even if you are not aware that I'm live, the fact that, our team are posting straight away to the WhatsApp group, we have a good numbers of people that are already, in there. Is a locked account. So that means you will not be able to post anything apart from the admins, the staff. You will not receive any prayer morning, any forwarded messages, because all these occupy a lot of our, space. What you will receive on our channel is our daily update news on our website called koikimediainternationalnews.com. You will receive certain videos that is not due to community guideline to be shown on social media. Like I have videos right in the group today with viewers' discretion before you open it. The ambush of the Nigerian military that were killed by the terrorists. But let's listen to this. I'll come back for more details.
Ní ilẹ̀ ọ̀dọ́ ẹgbẹ́ ìgbà nation wọn kò gbogbo èèyàn láti wá pàdé bàbá wa Chief Dr. Sunday Igboho Òòṣà káàbọ̀ sí ilẹ̀ oko ní ọjọ́ kẹẹ̀ẹ́dógún àti ọjọ́ kẹrìndínlógún oṣù mẹ́rin ọdún tí a wà nínú rẹ̀ yìí. Àwọn olùgbàlejò gbogbo lọ́gbà nílẹ̀ owó níyì ìtọ́lékè owó yọ̀mọ́dé wà àti àwọn òfìkàbà àti alága gbogbo lọ́gbà nílẹ̀ òkun ẹ jẹ́ kí àtúnyàyà fi láti wá pàdé Dr. Sunday Igboho Ọ̀sà àti ìgbẹ̀mẹ̀kùn ní ìsọ́nù nípa ayétò ìyàwó yìí títí jẹ́ ìyàrá wá sí ìlú Kàbá gbogbo ilẹ̀ ìlú pátápátá títí jẹ́ ọ̀wọ́ wà ní ká jáde láti wá pàdé àlejò pàtàkì yìí. A tún fi àsìkò yìí dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ bàbá wa ààrẹ orílẹ̀-èdè yìí ààrẹ Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu fún ètò ààbò tí ó gbé fún bàbá wa Ìgbòho Òòṣà oríire ní ilẹ̀ òkun nígbà ọdẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ ìfẹ́kùn àpapọ̀ ọmọ Yorùbá ní olùkéde ìlú. Odùduwà ó jẹ́ wọ́n ṣe pàtàkì ńlá. Ọmọ àsìkò tuntun láti gbòòrò. Àkójọ ilẹ̀ òkun ẹgbẹ́ ìgbọ́ nation wọ́n pè gbogbo èèyàn láti wá pàdé bàbá wa Chief Dr. Sunday Igboho Ọ̀sà káàbọ̀ sí ilẹ̀ òkun ní ọjọ́ kẹẹ̀ẹ́dógún àti ọjọ́ kẹrìndínlógún oṣù mẹ́rin ọdún tí a wà nínú rẹ̀ yìí. Àwọn olùgbàlejò gbogbo lọ́gbà nílẹ̀ òkun owó níyì ìtọ́lékè owó yọ̀mọ́dé wà àti àwọn òfìkàbà àti alága gbogbo lọ́gbà nílẹ̀ òkun ẹ jẹ́ kí àtúnyàyà fi láti wá pàdé Dr. Sunday Igboho Ọ̀sà àti ìgbẹ̀mẹ̀kùn ní ìsọ́nù nípa ayétò ìyàwó yìí títí jẹ́ ìyàrá wá sí ìlú Kàbá gbogbo ilẹ̀ ìlú pátápátá títí dé ọ̀wọ́ wà ní ká jáde láti wá pàdé àlejò pàtàkì yìí. A tún fi àsìkò yìí dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ bàbá wa ààrẹ orílẹ̀-èdè yìí ààrẹ Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu fún ètò ààbò tí ó gbé fún bàbá wa Ìgbòho Òòṣà oríire ní ilẹ̀ òkun nígbà ọdẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ ìfẹ́kùn àpapọ̀ ọmọ Yorùbá ní olùkéde ìlú.
Welcome back. Mo kí bàbá wa Adékúnlé Joseph Adélékè. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn tí Òkè Ògùn. Mo kí yín ní Ìsọlú, ní Ayétẹ̀. Mo kí yín ní Ìbàràpá. Mo kí yín ní gbogbo Èkìtì. Mo kí yín ní Kogi State pé a kú palẹ̀mọ́. Is a big event coming up from Wednesday and Thursday. 2 days event of Chief to Kogi State. We pray for the safety of everyone that will be traveling. Ẹ má sáré, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá ń lọ. Some of you might be going with the convoy with Chief, while some of you, like our staff, àwọn kan tí ń jí lọ láàárọ̀ ọ̀la, they're going ahead. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ nawọ́ sí wa, ẹ̀yin tí ẹ bá dẹ̀ ṣì rò pé a ṣì lè nawọ́ sí ẹ náà, because money is what is needed frequently on the media. We are not bloggers. We are an organization that needs, the public support so that we can expand. We want to have more staff, but a gbọ́dọ̀ lè tọ́jú àwọn tó wà lọ́wọ́ wa, family wọn. Some of them we have to pay for their house rent. Àwọn ìkan tẹ̀ wà tẹ́lẹ̀ pé ó ti wà lọ́rùn mi báyìí pé ọ̀gá bẹ́ẹ̀ bá yanjú ẹ̀ mo ní fi ilẹ̀ o. So, and I can understand the situation in Nigeria. Many people there's no job. Many people want to walk to the farm. Security matter. So let's go back to the discussion tonight, because each time I come on air, but before we do that, let me appreciate Oba Solomon Dele Owoniyi, Obaro of Kaba. Wọ́n wà lára àwọn tó máa gba bàbá wa Ìgbòho ní àlejò. Gbogbo èèyàn ọmọ ọkùn, èmi expect pé kẹ́ ti máa dáná sílẹ̀, kẹ́ ti reach out sáwọn tó wà nílé, ẹ fún wọn ní owó kó fi rẹ epo sínú ọ̀kadà, so that tí olóyè bá ti ń wọnú Kaba, tó ti ń wọnú borderline, kó tẹ̀lé olóyè wọlé, kó welcome ẹ̀. The governor is aware that Chief is coming, so there's nothing to be panicking or worried about. All necessary things, has been put in place. So it is an official visit. So Chief is an official. And this is why I am grateful again to President Bola Tinubu. As much as we might not agree with everything with his government, with the insecurity that is what we're going to discuss today. But we are grateful for the fact that he has given Dr. Igboho the privilege, to return back home. And we are going into our recording mode. The reason why we record, some of you come across this audio, is for the benefit of Koikimedia live recording. 13th April 2026 at exactly 19:02 GMT. That's 7 p.m. local time, same time with Nigeria. Tẹ́ bá bá audio ìpàdé ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ fi ṣọwọ́ sí gbogbo àwọn groups yín fáǹfààní àwọn tí wọ́n lè wo fídíò yẹn. Tẹ́ni tó bá dẹ̀ fẹ́ wò ẹ lọ sórí page wa. Ẹ má download fídíò wa, ẹ fi sílẹ̀ níbẹ̀, ẹ bá wa share link lásán ni. Àbẹ́ni kankan jà. It's just the copyright that we don't want to have on you. Because if you pick the video, you might be going into where it's going to be a copyright. So let's come back to the conversation. Mo kí yín láti Ìyámọ̀yè, mo kí ní Èkìtì, mo kí ní Ondo State, mo kí gbogbo governors wa. But mo ń kọ́kọ́ kí President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And the reason why we continue to greet him is the fact that he has given Chief the privilege to return back home. There is no place like home. How many people agree? I remember when I came to Nigeria just this year, it's a privilege that my coming to Nigeria was no place like home. I haven't been home just like Chief. Èmi náà ti délé for over 4 years. Láti èmi àti Chief ti wà ní more like an exile. Not that I have a problem to return home, but the fact that my principal was not able to return back to Nigeria, I put it on my own that until Chief can return back officially, I will not return back to Nigeria myself. So for more than 4 years, the last time I was officially in Nigeria, Timogba Nigerian Airport, Wale, was in 2021. And after that, we've not been able to return officially going through the Murtala Mohammed Airport. But we are grateful that people should be happy for us, not because we are fighting for a cause, but they should be grateful that we are able to go home. I have not seen my mother-in-law for 4 years. Fojú kanra, a kàn ń sọ̀rọ̀ lórí phone. Imagine those kind of things. But anyway, that's not where I want to go tonight. But again, it doesn't matter how you feel about Tinubu. We are still grateful to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for giving Igboho that freedom to return home. And then other things can start, materializing. And one of the reasons why he's got that freedom is why he can move around officially. He was in Ilara, in Yewa, over the weekend. Look at how many people were waiting for him. The excitement. And I'm sure we will have the same excitement when Chief goes to Kogi State. But tonight, mo fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ nípa event that is taking place constantly in Nigeria, that is the insecurity. So I'm sure some of you have seen the news already. Like I said, I wish I can show you the videos, but we can't. It's too graphics. Ó ti wà too, ẹni tó bá wà lórí status mi, tó bá ní nọ́mbà mi lọ́wọ́, +4475 940 979, or my other number that is +4474 0440 5917. Even I tell my family sometimes that my status can be a little bit, especially if I receive our image here. And these are raw footage sent to me directly by some of our contacts in the Nigerian military. when things happen, there are ones that they will tell me, Mr. Koiki, ẹ má post ele, mo kàn fẹ́ kẹ́ rí ni, ele mo fẹ́ kẹ́ jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn wá mọ̀. The Nigerian military today is not the Nigerian military tá a mọ̀ ní 10, 20 years ago. The Nigerian military has changed. It has changed rapidly that we asked ourselves, are they not well trained, well equipped, intelligent wise? Good evening to everyone that have joined. Let me not mention your names, but I will appreciate you before the end of the broadcast because we're already in the recording mode. And the last thing I want people to listen to my audio recording and be hearing, they could probably not get the message. But I appreciate everyone that have joined. It's a Monday evening. My time is 10 minutes past 7. Could take me 10. I'll see how far we can go. And then that way, maybe 2 hours, 3 hours, 1 hour. But let's get the message out quickly. The Boko Haram attack, and I'm going to be talking about events happening around the globe as well, is not new. This insurgency of the Boko Haram is cracking, my brother. Yes, by tomorrow, officially, God willing, we will stop having issues with the internet network. I can tell you that by tomorrow. So if I'm going to do program tomorrow, we should be saying, thank you, Koiki. You promised us and it's there. But Ejekatu manage Lale. And I think I should remove, because sometimes I have too many devices connected on this, and that is sometimes the reason why, there's a strain. So let's take out the iPad out. Yeah, let me remove that. Yeah. So that way we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Just 4 devices connected, and the pressure should be reduced. The background of the Boko Haram. In the UK, you're returning back home. Àwọn tó ń lọ ṣe night shift, the doctors, the nurses, the healthcare services. We appreciate everyone at Wanile. We are grateful that we are still here today. Because the expectation of some of other people is that maybe with the situation of things, people like us will not be here. So, Boko Haram insurgency is an ongoing Islamic armed rebellion initiated in July 2009. July 2009 ni a ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ Boko Haram. That is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. That is about 17 years ago. There's nothing like àfẹ́pín kúrò ní Nigeria. Nigeria has a lot of obstacles and problems. But nobody was talking about a máa pín àfẹ́ Nigeria mọ́. Ṣé mọ̀ pé kò sẹ́ni tó ń discuss yẹn. But there were some people that were asking for the restructure, state police, so that we can manage, our borders, and many things like that. But nobody was talking about ká kúrò lára Nigeria. What is the agenda of the Boko boys? Kí ni agenda àwọn gangan? It was literally led by Abubakar Shekau, an evil individual. Before splitting as well, please share, love, like this program. Very important that we do that. It helps, the message to travel faster. The group whose name implies Western education is forbidden. Báwọn ò fẹ́ kí àwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n kọ́ kàwé. Now, let us ask ourselves, tẹ́yin ò bá fẹ́ káwọn tí yín kàwé, àwa fẹ́ káwọn tọ̀dọ̀ tiwa kàwé. Because southwest of Nigeria, we are we want to live life, and we want to have the right to life, either as a Muslim, as a Christian, and as a traditionalist, or as an atheist. But we have this Islamic armed rebellion, armed, meaning they are well coordinated and armed. Ìbọn wà lọ́wọ́ wọn. And sometimes our sources from the military, tó bá ń bá wa sọ̀rọ̀, they keep saying that lóòótọ́ ni the kind of sophisticated weapon tó wà lọ́wọ́ wọn, Nigerian army ò ní. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, ẹ ṣé gan ni grandma, wọ́n ní we are bookworms. Ìgbà míì tá a bá tẹ kàwé yẹn gan, à á sì kàdé primary school. Tó bá ń ṣe pé bí nǹkan ṣe rí Nàìjíríà ni, many Nigerians tó jẹ́ Southwest would do everything. Àtìrẹ́ni tí yẹ ta àtàtẹ́yẹ́pọ̀ fi ràn lọ sí university, masters, àtìrẹ́ni tí yẹ jẹ́ agbàfọ̀. Ìgbà tí mo wà ní phase 2 Ládéníjàdélé, àwọn kan alágbàfọ̀ tó máa ń fọṣọ, ìtọ́ fi tọ́mọ nìyẹn. And they are proud about it. But these are people that say that Western education is forbidden. How do we manage this ideology? We want to study. We want to be bookworms. But there are some people within the same country that we are living together, one way or the other, that says, no. Western education here, I won't fair. But they are making use of the Western education. We are seeing them on TikTok. They are traveling to, they're using mobile phones. They are doing things that the Western education has used to make life at ease for our people. Even Ikoto Oji doctor, Tebaranti, this was, I think, this year or last year. Doctor in was ransom. Owagbom was hospital for treatment. Bí ó ti gbàgbé pé doctor táwọn jí gbé máa dáhùn mọ̀. Let me take it again back. 2009, ni Boko Haram insurgency, rebellion initiated by Abubakar Shekau. They have become stronger, well coordinated, that they can easily go into the Nigerian military barracks. Excuse me, mo drive back RAF, the Royal Air Force in London, outskirts of London, lower. I drove on Friday around that area. Kí n wá kọ́ pagidi wọ́n bẹ̀yẹn kò possible. There are protocol. There are ways that you can not just go into the US, military barracks. Even if your son is there, you have to go through the right channel to get inside. But the Boko Haram are attacking the Nigerian right inside their barracks. I want us to hear the cry of this brother on the social media called English Allergy. We Southwest, we like education past other part of Nigeria. There's no doubt about it. And that's why we are the first when it comes to educated. There's no doubt about it. I want us to hear the cry of how he talked about the same issue. Timothy Sorelaroy, nípa the latest attack. I'll be telling you about what is happening. Trump, Iran, a lot is happening in the Middle East. So, ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ in tí arákùnrin tó sọ. Once again, my name is OLAYOMI KOIKI, and good evening. If you're new, please share the program. If you're returning, comment, like, and subscribe. Let's hear from him like this.
It's not looking good for them at all. Go to my Telegram and see what Boko Haram did to the Nigerian soldiers yesterday, being the 12th of April 2026. Go to my Telegram, Nigerians. This platform will not allow me to show you what is of Nigerian soldiers lying dead. Go to my Telegram. If you are on this my page, you don't have the link to my Telegram, go to my comment section. If you're watching from Facebook, the link to my Telegram is there. click is going to take you to my Telegram. If you are watching from Instagram, you go to my bio. The link to my Telegram is there. Click. It's going to take you to my Telegram. Go and see what Boko Haram did to Nigerian soldiers yesterday in Mongonu. Mongonu is in Borno State. Borno State, Borno Maiduguri. Yes, that's where Mongonu is. Yesterday, at 10:40 in the evening, yesterday's date, remember, the 12th, Boko Haram came through Charlie 2 axis. Is according to the information on ground. They came through Charlie 2 axis and started engaging soldiers from that axis. You understand? But I believe say these guys split themselves so that some go come through the front, while some go through back to also plant this their IED bomb where they plant. So as they come through that two axis, Nigerian army engage them there, begin to exchange gunfire with them. So the CEO, may he so rest in peace, because he's among the people that lost their life yesterday in that IED bomb. Then call them for reinforcement because the gunfire became intense, and they went there with his boys, 10 of them. They went for reinforcement. So as they went there, you know now.
Let me pause it there. My contact in the military that sent me the message this morning, he says this commander with his boys, only Mr. Koiki, imagine the CO, this individual, English Allied, he explained it. I'll see if I can pull out the image. If otherwise, some of you have seen the image already. May the soul rest in peace, and I pray for the family, to Fisile, the wife. This particular man, Uti retire, is just waiting for the next person to come and change of guard. After many years of service. He was killed yesterday. The CEO and all his escorts were killed, according to my own source. That is the way he sent it. The CEO and all his escorts. So in total, with him and 10 people were all killed. Some of you might be wondering, okay, Koiki, what is the government doing about all these? Kí ni President Bola Tinubu ń ṣe lórí ọ̀rọ̀ insecurity? Do you think he's capable to stop it? Or do we think that the current administration will be able to resolve this matter? Is this matter of insecurity beyond this current administration? Good evening once again, and welcome to the late evening discussion on Koikimedia on the 13th of April 2026. Hear about these. Individually, I was on a platform, but more one platform here, lórí TikTok, but sometimes until you click tap to watch, you will then be able to go in, but they can still listening without tap to watch. There is a Yoruba platform on TikTok, and one paragidi, they were really, really angry about this administration, especially about everything from insecurity, the cost of food, the cost of living. One paragidi. But there was a man that was trying to, blend things and say, all para fungidi. What I'm asking is, from somebody says President Tinubu is not doing anything, is doing nothing. Then what should we expect after President Tinubu has completed his own 8 years? If he wins, because election is not being held, so don't quote me that he has won, because election is still next year. If he loses, we have a new president, and then we have to start asking that new president how he's going to deal with the insecurity. Whether it will be Peter Obi, whether it will be Atiku. Those are the three contenders, right? But the fact that this administration still have 1 year to go, President Tinubu has not been able to deal with the insecurity for 3 years. That is a failure, right? Right? Okay. It's not a pass mark. After back of a, part of an hour. It's not a pass mark. But this insurgency started when? 2009. Okay. Talo had the government in 2009. I think that was Obasanjo. Please let me know in the comment section. Yeah. Obasanjo was in power from 2007. Yeah. Yeah, I think so, yeah. No. Obasanjo ló wà lórí oyè. 2009. Was it Obasanjo or Yaradua? Okay, Yaradua. Eshegoni. Another message says he can't do anything because they are the one that import them. So that is why he cannot do any jack. Let's leave the remaining one. So to bad Trump máa sọ tán and jack shit. Mo like Donald Trump. He's a president that I love the way he's bold to say anything. Come to him because I still want to bring the world event into the discussion. But we can't start the world event when our own house, there is fire on the mountain. Thank you so much. So Yaradua was in government when all this Islamic armed rebellion, it was initiated. If it has gone up to 17 years, 13 deal, that shows that even President Tinubu cannot do anything. Maybe he has the intention to do something, maybe. But right now, in 3 years, it has been failure. It is not a pass mark. Ali fún Baba President Tinubu, even if we know that he has given us freedom for Igboho and all that, we can't give him a pass mark. My worried from my own, mo bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe máa ń rò nínú ilé yín tẹ́yìn náà jókòó nígbà míì ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà Nàìjíríà àtàwọn táwọn diaspora pé tí Baba Tinubu ò bá lè sort out ọ̀rọ̀ insecurity why tó wà lórí oyè tó jọmọ Yorùbá. Attack tá à ń sọ yìí kò ń ṣe òkè ọya nìkan ló ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀ mọ́ nísìn ó ti ń fall padà sọ́dọ̀ tiwa náà constantly òkè Ògùn state Ondo state we are seeing continuous attack. Tí President Tinubu bá wá lọ ṣé insecurity yẹn máa wálẹ̀ tí Àtíkù bá wọlé as an example ṣé insecurity yẹn máa drop tí Peter Obi bá wọlé wọ́n ní bí MKO Abiola bá wọlé gan àmọ́ tó máa ṣe but is a president that was never allowed to be president to govern us. Everybody knows that Abiola was contesting in 1993. So expectation wa ni pé MKO is our man o but until tó bá ṣèjọba yẹn la máa mọ bó ṣe máa rí. But the fact that kò ṣèjọba yẹn nísìn a lè hold the late MKO Abiola. But now we are able to hold the current administration on the account that the insecurity that you promised Nigerians has not worked. It has failed. Now, if President Tinubu leaves the office and returns back after his administration, should we as Nigerians in the southwest, tó jẹ́ Yorùbá part, ṣé a gbọ́dọ̀ wà more worried that ẹni tí a fojú jọ lókè pé bóyá wàá ṣe tó máa tọ́ tó yẹ fún ilẹ̀ Yorùbá pé wọ́n ní tíyàn bá roko wàá kọ́kọ́ ro sọ́dọ̀ tiẹ̀. But that insecurity is still an ongoing issue after 3 years of his government. He's not been able to resolve it. He has switched things around. I think Buhari did not change the armed force service chiefs. Ó pẹ́ kí Buhari tó change wọn. But I think Tinubu has made a change. But even with the change, of the armed forces, the armed services, or you know what I'm talking about, the military aid, the navy, nothing has still taken place. I was watching Al Jazeera while I was sitting there, and they were talking about the Nigerian Air Force to blow ibìkan Zamfara. The governor Zulum ó ní ibẹ̀ yẹn wọ́n ló mọ́ láti ọdún márùn-ún, àwọn ti close market yẹn, wọ́n believe pé àwọn insurgency ló wà níbẹ̀. Àwọn tí wọ́n show lórí news, àwọn ní àwọn ń tẹran níbẹ̀ ni. Ìkan tẹ̀ ní òun lọ ra ẹran ni, òun ra ìgúnfe, òun dẹ̀ rẹran, àfìgbà táwọn gbọ́ gbàù tí èèyàn bíi 30 kú lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀. And tó bá dẹ̀ ní 30 kú Nàìjíríà, a mọ̀ pé it's more than that. So what I want to find out from us is that this insurgency, this terrorist attack, time witness, do you think at one point they will overrun Nigeria? Or maybe it might not happen? Kí lẹ̀yin rò? I think they will. I might be wrong. But ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ náà lẹ́yìn náà ṣe ń rò pé in tó mú àwọn people tó ń show stunt, tó ń show power, tó ń show gbogbo strength wọn while tí Tinubu wà lórí oyè tí ó dẹ̀ jọmọ Yorùbá tí a dẹ̀ rí impact of how the government will resolve the issue of this insecurity. Tí Tinubu bá máa lọ, ǹjẹ́ kò ní jẹ́ problem báyìí? I don't think maybe the way I'm saying it, what I'm explaining is that we have this current administration, President Tinubu, because he's from the Southwest. Our expectation is, and they are doing a lot of projects. Money to travel lọ sí Osun State. A lot of the roads are being reconstructed right now. Èyí tẹ́ bá dẹ̀ gba bẹ̀yẹn lóòótọ́ bí ẹ lè witness ẹ̀. Ọ̀rọ̀ tí mò ń sọ ẹ̀, àwọn tí mò ń sọ ẹ̀ ó ṣì wà ní Osun State. To travel, ẹni tó tẹ̀lé wọn lọ ní Koiki, òun rí tó ń ṣe títì. We want our road to be spontaneous, to be able to drive and maintain. But can you maintain all those when there is lack of security to protect ourselves? What is the agenda of this Boko Haram, ISIS, ISWAP, Lakurawa, all these terrorist sects? Kí ni agenda wọn gangan? What is it that they really want? Wọ́n ti sọ fún wa pé àwọn ò fẹ́ Western education. That means when President Tinubu leaves the office, at any time he leaves the office, that same agenda, Tony, while he's in office, to one attack, that agenda will not stop. And evidence have shown that there is a lot of people that are backing them up. Some of them we might just speculate, but evidence shows that they have the backing of some of their elites. Gumi number one, they disputing it. But we know that some of the northern elite, lókè ọ̀yà lọ́hùn, inú wọn dùn sí pé bí nǹkan ṣe rí yẹn. Somebody in the comment section says they want our land and resources. And somebody says, if we come together, they cannot overrun us. Okay. I agree with that as well. Now, let's go back to this same English Alaji. Opposed to Kokon again that we should be concerned about. He has good, credible intelligence. Not the lower. This one was posted on the 11th, in 13. The reason why we always put the date, so that the future listeners of this, what we are putting out, when they hear, yes, adúpẹ́ pé gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ comment yìí, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ṣètò, adúpẹ́ pé ẹ jẹ́ kí wọ́n overrun wa. Adúpẹ́ pé ẹ expose wọn, because the biggest threat that they are finding is that we are exposing them and we are putting it in the heart of our mind. Ìyẹn ò ní ká má ṣe our daily things, a máa bímọ, a máa ṣèkómọ, a fẹ́ kọ́lé, a fẹ́ ṣe gbogbo nǹkan láyé. We will continue to do all that a ṣe party ni, a ṣe ìyàwó ni, a ṣe this ni, a fi travel ni, a fi kàwé ni, but ká máa fi sí ẹ̀mí wa pé bí Tinubu bá ti ń ṣe tán, this insurgency will not stop. Because while Tinubu is there, the President Bola Tinubu is there, a ṣì ní this issue. Bọ̀bọ́ yìí sọ nǹkan kan ní on the 11th of April, ó ní governor, ó ní a governor, kò ní governor, kò ní gbogbo governor, ó ní a governor send bandit leaders to Saudi Arabia for the forthcoming Hajj. But there was an evidence that somebody was sent back to Nigeria láti Saudi Arabia ní ìgbà tó fẹ́ ṣe trip ẹ̀. AI overview. Nigerian Islamic scholar Sheikh Ahmed Gumi was deported and barred from the 2025 Hajj by the Saudi authority as reported and discussed on X and Dubawa. Despite holding a valid visa, he was denied entry in May 2025, likely due to his outspoken views on global politics, religious matter, conflicting with Saudi policy. He was part of the NATO-sponsored delegation, but our mọ̀ pé is part and parcel of the terrorist. There's Shari Tigumi, you cannot differentiate him from terrorists. The only thing is that he lives in the city while his boys live in the forest, and they come out and operate and they go back into the forest. I was on Linda Ikeji page. A 15-year-old was caught with 850,000 naira. Ní kí ló fẹ́ fi ṣe? Lára àwọn ọmọ Boko tó fi wá bá wọn ránjẹ níta, àwọn àmì wa wọ́n nábẹ̀. I'll bring the soundtrack out in a minute. Tinubu in government for 3 years, yet we are still finding it difficult to curtail and stop the insurgency of the terrorist attack across Nigeria now. This is what English Alaji said on the 11th. A governor ó ń fi bandit leader ó ń rán wọn lọ sí Mecca. Let's listen to him again from here. Please share the program and invite others to do so.
It's about to go down. Come closer. All the security agencies, DSS, SSS, Army.
Yes, that's what we're doing. We're trying this evening to balance the discussion English and Yoruba because of our global audience. And yes, even the topic tonight, like I've said at the beginning, if you're just joining, when is this attack going to stop? Boko boys at it again. World event will come at the second half of the broadcast. So thank you so much for those of you that are not English speaking and just want to enjoy, even if you're just passing by. What we are discussing this evening is the agenda of the terrorist. As President Bola Tinubu, being in office for 3 years, have not been able to curtail and resolve the issue of the insecurity. As we, the Yorubas, looking at him as a Yoruba man there, are we worried and concerned that even after he leaves office, we might find more problem after his tenure, whether he returns back in 2027 or he doesn't? But right now, there's fire on the mountain. Will the Boko Haram overrun us in the long run as it stands right now? Yesterday, another CEO with 10 of his escort were all killed by the terrorists. Images cannot be shown on the social media. But if you're on my WhatsApp group, you will have come across it as bodies are laid. It was an IED attack. Some of the bodies are beyond recognition. We pray for the souls of these individuals. But like I said, for how long are these going to continue? So let's go back to English Alaji again, giving us an information that Boko Haram leader are sent to Saudi Arabia. Some of them will scale through without being noticed. That is why countries like America and Britain are worried Nigerian passport, because if anybody can have access to a Nigerian passport, that means they can easily apply for visa and become able to get to Europe and America. Let's listen to English Alaji once again.
To go down. It's about to go down. Come closer. All the security agencies, DSS, SSS, Army, Police, Naval, Air Force, Forest Guard, Vigilante, CJTF, Civil Defense, all of you come closer, because you see this one. I want to whisper it to your ears, because I don't want to say it loud. Because if I say it loud, they will send men to assassinate me. So I want to whisper it to your ears. Closer. It's about to go down. As it stands right now, you see, I feel pity for all the whole security agencies in this country. I swear to God with me. As it stands now, I feel pity for all of you. All the whole security agencies, I feel pity for all of you. Especially the ones that have lost their lives on top of this security matter. I feel pity for all of you now. I feel pity. Oh, it pain me. It pain me, say, the people that you guys are protecting are the ones unaliving you guys. The people that you guys are protecting are the ones unaliving you guys. Guys, you see what I get from my hand here? What I have on this my palm. If I blow, if I whistle it out, I know that they will send people to assassinate me. The only option they have is just to assassinate him or kidnap him, make it look like a kidnap case, from there, proof him. Because if they arrest me, that will be better. And they cannot assassinate me like when they are, because if they arrest me, people don't really know, say, English Alaji have been arrested. So that is safe landing for me. So they will not want to do that. They want to just take him out, make it open and say, each man after him, or they send people to, maybe they kidnap me, then kidnap sin and other guy. You understand? So that is why I will make sure that as I'm bringing out this expose, I will not mention names, because I still have a lot of work to do. Guys, come closer. So on the 7th of April, 2026, 7th of...
I want us to listen to Terry. Date it is the most important thing that we must listen to, because when I do program, I emphasize on date, especially whether it's 17th century, 16th century, like what we did this morning. We talked about 16th century. 7th of April this year. So let's look at Ijo Olubosi Gongon. So the 7th of April this year will be Tuesday. That is last week Tuesday. Today is Monday. Kò tí pé 7 days. Tó bá di ọ̀la 14th ló máa pé 1 week. 7th of April. What happened on the 7th of April? Let's listen.
On Tuesday, a certain local government chairman in this north, a certain local government chairman in a certain state held a meeting with all the bandit leaders. The bandit leaders of that state.
Bóyá ẹ̀gbọ́n tó sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Let me break it down and expand it. On the 7th of April, in a local government in the north, is withholding the state for the source. A local government chairman held a meeting. Imagine I'm sitting here in my house and I have people that have come, but they are all terrorists. I don't shake my day in Nigeria in 2026. Are you worried at all for the future of we Yorubas in Nigeria? Are we worried at all? Should we be concerned? Should I feel remorse there? last week Tuesday nínú oṣù táwa yìí ọjọ́ keje oṣù kẹrin ọdún 2026 ìpàdé kan wáyé ní north local government chairman àwọn wo ló ń bá ṣèpàdé let's make it good for this local government they were having meetings with terrorists because the late Malafia told us that there's no difference between the word bandit and terrorist. It's just one word. The same people ni wọ́n. Let's continue.
He held a meeting with them on the instruction of it was the governor that, he was just representing the governor there. Tell us to make it go. The meeting was that these people should prepare their passports, that they'll be going for Hajj in Saudi Arabia.
Maybe you didn't hear that part. Maybe we didn't hear that part. Some of us, especially the diaspora, we find it very difficult to get one particular document abroad. Kini document, I'm not talking about those of you that have, even those of you that have foreign passport. You have naturalized, you have British passport, Canadian passport, American passport, all the European different passport, a good passport that allows you and enables you to travel around the world. But sometimes you just want to have a Nigerian passport because as a dual citizen, you can have a Nigerian passport. But you find it difficult to get it from the embassy. It has become a bottleneck across different embassies that Nigerians want to obtain a Nigerian passport, but getting the passport is a bottleneck. We have seen images, videos of people that have traveled, even there in the United Kingdom, even though they're trying to make it, easy for people to get that passport. But somewhere in the north that we have known before, if you are a Nigerian, you know that the most easiest place to get a Nigerian passport is to travel to the north. You can get it same day. To attain a Nigerian passport, if you travel to the north, the pressure in the north is not as the pressure in the southwest where everybody wants to japa. So there is a demand for Nigerian passport in the west, southwest of Nigeria. But look here, so we are now hearing that in a local government in the north, a meeting was held. And that meeting that was held had to do with people that obtain a Nigerian passport, but these people are the most criminal terrorizing Nigerians at home. They've been given access to obtain a Nigerian passport. How? With the influence of state actor like the governors. Bear with us, we lost the link to the Facebook channel. So I'm just trying to reboot it back. This, we should be worried in 2026 that by the time President Bola Tinubu is out of office, it might be a different game. Loma play Belua. And when you watch football or a coach wants to play a particular club or team, and they know that team is strong, they will do everything possibly best to make sure that that team, Tofiba playing, can be defeated using whatever method to my convenient. Láti fi defeat one. Once again, I welcome everyone that have joined us. I'm just trying to start back our Facebook so that we get our audience that are watching from that part to return back and join us here. My name is OLAYOMI Koiki, known as Koikimedia on the social media network. We'd like to welcome you this evening as we are just about an hour into the first part. Before we start talking about the global event, what is happening, what do we know, and how is that affecting Africa and Nigeria as a whole? So let's go back and listen.
Heart. Nigeria, what I'm telling you is nothing but the truth. I swear on top of my life, on the 7th, on Tuesday.
Okay. Again, so the message is that in a particular local government in Nigeria, a politician, local government chairman, on instruction of a governor, was told to meet with the bandits, held a meeting with them, and promised them to get their passport so that they can be sent to Hajj. That is something that we should be worried and concerned as citizens. How long will all this last? It will continue as long as we don't have what it takes to stop it. Because even the current administration has not been able to stop these insurgency attacks, this terrorism attack on our people. And all we can say is that we must not relent from exposing the terrorist activities toward Nigeria. Because the more we are discussing and talking about it, maybe one day many of our people will wake up from the reality that this message of insecurity cannot be joked with. Let me leave that and quickly just brush on the world event because we're struggling to reconnect back all our other devices. Koikimedia bringing the world closer to your doorsteps. Now, the world event is happening very fast on us. A lot of things are happening very, very fast. And the only thing we can say is that it seems that this world event is having a big toll on Nigerians and the rest of the global world. And I will explain what I mean by that. President Trump and Israel on the 28th of February decided that they will have to go after Iran because President Trump says, and I quote, Iran will never have a nuclear weapon or anything to the stage of making a nuclear. And since February 28th, America has done a lot of destructions of taking out the military hardware of the Iranians. They've taken out a lot of their navy ships. There are many things that can protect their country, in not only protect Iran, has been taken out. But one thing Iran has done is also using one thing that has global impact on the lives of millions of people around the world. Because imagine they are fighting miles away, and people in the Asian country are already being affected. The Africans are affected. Almost every part of the world is affected, and that is called Omitogba Iran Koja, the Strait of Hormuz. That Strait of Hormuz has become that part that Iran has used to hook the world. Omi tó wà ní ọ̀dọ̀ tiwọn yìí, the global shipping that is moving cargoes of crude oil, gas, fertilizers, goods in large containers of shipping in that region just went home, stopped. And that shows that the power of the waterways that Buhari wanted to give the North, we call access Omiwa. Again, when you look at that from that angle, you understand why we say agbára omi òun Iran ń lò lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. But Trump has not been pleased because maybe Trump was told that bá attack Iran, Iran máa fi ibẹ̀ yẹn ó máa fi lock everybody. But yet he decided to go ahead, and since February 28 till date, that particular axis has been a major problem for the global world. And as I speak to us today, there is a ceasefire, but there's also some development that Trump says, okay, since Tieti block is Strait of Hormuz, we would also not allow anything to come out of your own port. Gbogbo cargo tó bá wọnú ọ̀dọ̀ tí yín wọn ò ní jáde, àdẹ̀ní jẹ́ kẹ́lòmíì kó wọlé. And this is the current situation that we found ourselves. Àwa kọ́ là ń ja ogun, but ogun affect àwa. Ọ̀tọ̀ lẹni tó ń ja ogun, ọ̀tọ̀ làwọn tó ń ja ogun, but ogun tí ń dé bá àwa, ó ń affect wa. Àwa already in Nigeria, we're facing essential threat of the terrorists, the bandits. And we are now also facing what we called the essential threat of the war that is going on in the essential threat. We are facing it right now. How do we resolve this matter? What can we do to make it easy? And what are the things that Trump is expecting from this war? What is the end game? Because right now, as I speak to us, Trump ò gbà, Israel ò gbà, Iran ò gbà, but àwa la wà láàrin méjì. And this is a major problem. The Prime Minister Keir Starmer just returned back to the UK after his visit to the GCC country and Saudi Arabia on this matter. And this matter doesn't seem to be going away. And when this matter is not going away, my question is, what can we do? These are the latest that I want us to look into in the world event. Because lè sọ̀rọ̀ Nigeria, ká má sọ̀rọ̀ world event. World event is also part of what we should talk about. Because the world event that we are facing today is a big threat to mankind. And I hope and pray that issues that are happening in the Middle East might probably not end anytime soon, but maybe it can be resolved so that the lives of our people that are already choked, because àwọn èèyàn wa ti wà choked already ní Nigeria, àti wá ń sọ̀rọ̀ ogun tó kàn wá, because ogun tó kàn wá nísìn, we are facing a lot of issues látara ogun yẹn. Àwa kọ́ là ja ogun, ọ̀tọ̀ làwọn tó ń ja ogun, ọ̀tọ̀ làwọn tí ó wà affected. And this is where I want us to look into the discussion in the next probably 30 minutes before we wind down this event of the program tonight. So There are things I want us to listen to from what Trump and the Iran are saying. Iran is saying their own, Trump is saying his own, UK is saying their own. Everybody is saying something. Everybody is saying something regarding all these events of so let's capable to have a lot of infrastructure in place. We have been heavily affected as well. So let's start with, before we go to that, there is a news about Nigerians making use of the refugee coming from Ukraine, because when there's a war, Togumbawa, people will move from one place to the other, from one end to the other. I picked up this news from GB News. When I saw Nigeria, I said, hey, Nigeria again. Kí ló tún ṣẹlẹ̀?